Model 5. Money doesn't bring happiness. Student's book. Money doesn't bring happiness. Student book. Before you start, what is the most important to you? To have lots of money, to be healthy, to have happy family, to have a lot of friends. The most important to me is to be healthy. TV presenter. Social scientists have found that money has very little to do with happiness. Today, Dr. Zahir Ibrahim is going to talk to us about money and explain its effect on people. Hello, Dr. Ibrahim, and welcome to our show. Dr. Zahir Ibrahim, thank you. Well, as you said, money actually brings satisfaction, but not happiness. The extraordinary thing is that people seem to know that money won't make them happy, and yet they continue to work hard to earn money they don't need. They also borrow money from people in order to buy unnecessary things. TV presenter, and why doesn't money make us happy? Dr. Zahir Ibrahim, well, first, what matters to people is not really how much they earn, but to make more money than other people around them. Second, buying things doesn't make us happier than those who don't. And finally, making money doesn't allow us to have more fun. In fact, people who make a lot of money have now spent more time at work. TV presenter, then why do people act as if money make us happy? Dr. Zahir Ibrahim, it's simply because every day we only hear messages telling us that money is good. The messages that tell us that it's okay not to make money the center of our lives are few and far between. So we probably save some money, we end up with lots of possessions, but that doesn't mean that these things would make us happy. To borrow, to take something from someone and give it back after using it for a short time. To earn, receive an amount of money in return for the work that you do. To save, to keep money for future use. To make a profit of earned money. Possession, something owned by a person or a country. Listen again to Dr. Ibrahim and complete the sentences using some of the keywords from exercise. To all the people know that money won't make them happy. They continue to work to earn money they don't need. People continue to borrow money from other people to buy new things. People want to make money and be richer than the people around them. When we make money the center of our lives, we end up with a lot of possessions but feel unhappy. The words in the box relate to money and the positive and negative values that can be associated with it. Find out the meanings for the words and then say whether they are positive or negative. Positive, sensible, a wise person who has a good sense of judgment. Thrifty, spending money carefully and wisely. generous, having the will to give a lot of money and time for others. Charitable, relating to an action of helping the poor. Negative, debt, the money that a person owes to another. Wasteful, using more money, time, or effort than you need. Bankrupt, unable to pay one's debts. Stolen, something taken dishonestly from other people. Fraud, an act of dishonesty for the purpose of gaining money or goods. Greedily, always when wanting more money for food, power, etc. Read this story. Do you agree with what Mr. Lin did? Why not? Yes, I do. Because Mr. Lin would be such a fool if she didn't do that. Listen to the words below in context. Try to guess their meanings. Measure. Mean person who lives poorly and does not like spending money in order to store up wealth. Banknote, piece of paper, money issued by the bank used as money. Penny, in certain countries, a coin of low value. Coffin, a box in which a dead body is put to be buried or buried. Too late to have a particular lifestyle. Through money, a scared or formal event. Bank account, a deal between a bank and a customer that allow the customer to transfer and use money. Check, a written order on a printed form telling a bank to pay money to the person named. A Messier's final watch. Mr. Lin was really hard-working man. Every day he worked for 10 or 12 hours and he slept for just a few. Mr. Lin had only one purpose in mind, to make a lot of money and to spend as little of it as possible. He was a miser, as he did not trust in banks. Mr. Lin kept all of the banknotes that he saved inside 2 boxes. Every night before going to sleep, Mr. Lin sat and looked at his money. One night he called his wife and said, "When I die, I want you to take all of my money and place it inside my coffin. I want to take all of my money with me, even the few pences I have saved." Mr. Lin, who was a very good wife and loved him in spite of the miserly life he was leading, said, "I promise you that when you die I will put the money in the coffin with you." One day Mr. Lin did. Mr. Lin was sitting next to her closest friend during the ceremony. When the ceremony finished and before the coffin was closed, Mr. Lin said, "Wait just a minute." She had a large shoe box with her. She stood up, went to the coffin, and placed the shoe box inside it. Then the coffin was closed and buried. Her friend said, "I hope you weren't crazy enough to put all that money in the coffin." "I'm a good wife," said Mrs. Lin, I promised him that I was going to put his money in the coffin with him, and I did it. You mean to tell me you put every penny of his money in the coffin with him? Of course, said the wife. I got it all together, but it to my bank account and then wrote him a check. Complete the sentences using one of options. Mr. Lin wanted to have a lot of, a little, a few money. Mr. Lin wanted to spend as much, as little, a little money as possible. Mr. Lin also kept a little money pieces inside the shoe boxes. Mr. Lin didn't put a lot of, a few, any banknotes inside the coffin. Grammar. كلمات والتعبير تدل على الكمية. كلمات وتعبير الكمية. الاسم المعدود وغير المعدود. يقسم الاسم إلى قسمين: الأسماء المعدودة والأسماء غير المعدودة. الأسماء المعدودة هي الأسماء التي نستطيع عدها، أي نعدها بالواحد، ويمكن أن تأتي جمع أو مفرد. أما الأسماء الغير المعدودة هي الأسماء التي لا تعد بالواحد. إذا قلنا الأسماء المعدودة هي الأسماء التي نستطيع أن نعدها بالواحد، ممكن أن تأتي جمعا أو مفردا. أما الأسماء غير المعدودة هي الأسماء التي لا تعد بالواحد وليس منها مفرد أو جمع. هذه هي كلمة أو مجموعة كلمات تدل أو تخبرنا عن كمية الشيء. how many كم العدد تسأل عن المعدود. أما how much كم الكمية وهي الغير المعدود. how many books are there كم عدد الكتب الموجودة هنا. books اسم معدودا. أما how much sugar is there sugar هي كمية السكر ويعتبر اسما غير معدود. few و a few قليل. a few is more than a few. الأولى قليل والثانية أقل، يكاد لا يوجد. we use a few and a few زائد plural countable noun تستعملها مع الاسم الجمع المعدود. few people few books a few people few books. أما a few is positive idea تدل على أنه قليل ولكنه كافي، أي معنى إيجابي. Fortunately, our financial situation is good. We still have a few good customers. Few is negative idea. It means almost none. تدل على أنه قليل وليس كافي، أنه تقريبا لا يوجد. I am very sad. I have few good friends. Little و a little. A little is more than little. الأولى تدل على أنه قليل والثانية تدل على أنه قليل وغير كافي. We use a little and a little زائد an uncountable noun. A little time, little money, little time, little food, little money. A little is positive idea. It means some but not much. I can't help you. I speak a little English. Little is a negative idea. I can't help you. I speak little English. A lot of بمعنى الكثير، وتأتي مع الاسم المعدود الجمع مع الاسم المعدود الجمع وغير المعدود. We need a lot of people for this game. A lot of snow falls in winter. Some تعني بعض لإعطاء عدد غير محدد، معدود وغير معدود. There are some pupils in class. Do you like some tea? Any تستخدم مع السؤال والإجابة بالنفي. Has anybody got any questions? I haven't got any questions. استمع إلى أسماء الجمع plurals لهذه الأسماء المعدودة countable وصنفها حسب لفظ الإس في آخرها. يلفظ حرف الجمع S بصوت إز بعد أصوات الأحرف التالية: U, O, I, E, A, R, N, M, I, V, GDP. يلفظ as الجمع كما هي S بعد أصوات الحروف التالية BTK، أما تلفظ ال SIZ بعد أصوات الحروف التالية CH SH SZ. chickens, eggs, tomatoes, potatoes, plums, cherries, beers, apricots, cakes, plants, boxes, beaches, watches. there is و there are. there is يأتي بعدها اسم مفرد بدون اس الجمع وإذا كان الاسم غير معدود أو إذا كان الاسم غير معدود. أما there are يأتي بعدها اسم جمع معدود. some تستخدم مع الجمل المثبتة، أما any مع الجمل المنفية وصيغ الأسئلة. Complete the table with the following words, then add more nouns to the table. Countable nouns, uncountable nouns. Measure, banknote, penny, check. Money, gold. Rewrite these sentences in your notebook using the words from the box. Any, much, a little, a lot, money. The market was very crowded. There were a lot of people in the market. The poor man had no money. The poor man didn't have any money. There were hundreds of delicious cooking smells. There were many delicious cooking smells. The poor man was hungry. He wanted a small amount of food. The poor man didn't want much food. He only wanted a little food. A lot of. One. Check. Money, some, any, few, a lot of. Bank, not. Money, some, any, a few, a lot of. Food, much, some, any, a little, a lot of. Chocolate, much, some, any, a little, a lot of. Money, much, some, any, a little, a lot of. Look at the first picture. Describe using some, any, a lot of, few, little, money, or much. There are some chairs at the table. There aren't any forks on the table. There are a lot of books on the bookshelves. There are a few baskets above the bookcase. There is a little sugar on the table. There aren't many cups on the table. There isn't much food on the table. Now make notes on the differences between the two pictures in your notebook. In the second picture, there aren't any baskets above the bookcase. There are a lot of plants in the cupboard. There are a few picture frames on the shelves. There aren't many cups in the cupboard. Complete these questions using how much or how many. TV programs a month, chocolate each week, to the theater each month, time reading the Holy Quran each week, books a year, fruit juice every day. Before you start, look at the picture. What do you think the people are? These people are from the Jordan Red Crescent. What do you think the objects in the other pictures are used for? They are used to help people and to prepare an emergency checklist. Listen to the words below in context and guess their meanings. Volunteers save lives. Look at the picture. Who do you think the people are? These people are from the Jordan Red Crescent. What do you think the objects in the other pictures are used for? They are used to help people and to prepare an emergency checklist. Listen to the words below in context. Try to guess their meanings. 8 should be given to anyone who needs it. We need to help everyone. Look, the ambulance is parked right outside the hospital. The volcano was a huge disaster. It destroyed thousands of trees. If those states were better at communicating, they could be a federation. The soldiers were always happy to see the medic healing them. Switzerland is famous for its neutrality. It doesn't choose a side. The Red Crescent is available so that no one is left suffering. A volunteer is very kind to give up their time and money to help others. Now read the article and check your answers. The Red Crescent. In 1877, the Ottoman Emperor went to war with Russia. Medics who took care of the wounded soldiers on the Russian side marked their ambulance with a red cross. This was the symbol used by all countries to protect medics during battles. However, the cross reminded the Ottoman emperors of previous wars against soldiers carrying a similar flag, so the Ottoman officials used a red crescent to make their ambulance instead. Sometime later, other Muslim countries accepted this symbol, and it was formally adopted in 1922. So far, 33 Islamic countries have recognized the Red Crescent. The Red Crescent Society is part of the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies. This is a huge organization that has 97 million members, volunteers, and supporters in 187 national societies. Red Crescent societies are important to the International Federation as they have developed guidelines that include non-Western traditions. Today, the Red Crescent is very important in responding to disasters such as earthquakes or fires, as well as providing aid to developing countries. A key principle of the organization when providing this aid is neutrality. Red Crescent volunteers work to prevent suffering for everyone, regardless of nationality, race, religion, or gender. Listening to the doctor talking about first aid, identify his attitude, then complete the following table in your notebook. Usually, when you wake up for work or school, you will go through your day normally. However, there are some situations when a basic knowledge of first aid could be very helpful or even save a life. For example, what do you do when someone starts suffering from heat exhaustion? If someone doesn't drink enough water in hot weather, they may get heat exhaustion. The symptoms include nausea, weakness, and a headache. But if you don't treat, becomes heart stroke. This is more dangerous and be life threatening. Help someone with heat exhaustion by giving them plenty of water and putting them in the shade. Do a first aid course and learn more about how to help save lives. Imagine that you can't buy your notebooks. What will you do if you don't help all students in our city? Who else will? So we are starting the school bag project for the poor students in our city. The little help you give marks a big difference because poor students need it badly. So how can you help them? You can help by giving what you can, such as pencils, pens, notebooks, school bags, money, etc. Communication workshop. Listen to the dialogue, mark the expressions the girls use, which show agreement, which show disagreement. Nora, I am bored. I want to do something useful. Samir, what's wrong, Nora? Samar, what's wrong, Nora? Nora, don't you think we are living very easy lives? There are so many people who are suffering. Why don't we do something about it? Samar, okay, but what do you propose? Nora, I don't know. Some old people's homes are asking for books. We could ask our friends for books they have read and take them to the homes. Summer, you've got a point there. My grandmom friend is in a home and she complains that they have seen all their DVDs and read their books more than 3 times. It would be nice if we could get them new ones, right, Nora? Absolutely, we can begin by phoning our friends and asking them if they have all DVDs and books that they no longer want. Summer, that's true, and we could also start to come again at school. Nora, you're right. I wonder why I didn't think of it. Let's make a poster. Summer, I suppose we can, but don't you think we have to ask the headmaster first? Nora, I don't know. Why don't we ask our teacher, our English teacher? She's always talking about adding people with problems. Complete this dialogue with some, any, a lot, a little, or money. Do you know an institution called TechFall? Yes, I know about the organization. Can you give me information about it? Who works it? And what do they do? So, people joined the organization since its foundation in 2011. Its main purpose is to encourage unity and teamwork in society. Volunteers establish a culture and social bond to work together and help and support others. There are almost 15,000 volunteers helping out. Thank you. So, Hakim, I didn't have idea about this organization before. Help from friends is always useful. A lot, some, many, much, any, a little. Now listen to the dialogue and check your answer. In pairs, ask the answers questions using how much, how many, a few, not many, not much, a little, or a lot of. Example: how many books do you read a month? Only few, not many. The phrases in column B are clues that help you guess the word in column A. Can you guess all the words? The first letter of each word is given to you. Check a piece of paper relating to money. Medic, a solder in bottle. First aid. Ambulance, relating to hospital. A kind of vehicle relating earn, relating to money. Another word for a receive. Volunteer, a person relating to helping without being paid. Crossword puzzles. Things belonging to possessions. A person who freely offers to take part in something or undertake a task. Volunteer, someone who has a lot of money but spends too little. Measure, the state of not supporting either side in an argument or where inutility. Down, to take something from someone and return it after having used it for a short time. Borrow, a formal celebration of a particular event. Ceremony. Help, assistance, support, aid. A triple event that causes great damage. Register,